All right, it's Monday, November 29th, 2021. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg. Jeremy Crosby here, Andrew Bamlett here as well. Wait a minute, Andrew Bamlett, I always say he's here, but is he actually really here?
I am.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da!
All right,
Hello.
now you officially know that he's here and he's
here.
pressing the buttons. Because every once in a while, I say he's there and he's talking to me in the ear, you can hear him in the headset here, but he's actually not really there.
Yeah.
So now you have to be careful, Andrew, because you're turning your mic on for yourself. Plus, you still have to turn it off to turn it on. So you still talk to me. Oh my gosh, how do you keep all that a track? I don't know. He's a director by heart.
I do what I can.
He knows what he's doing. I like the headset too.
Do you?
It's from our gaming headset, and not the fun gaming, the announcer gaming.
Yes, our announcer headset.
Although you are a big gamer.
I am.
You are a gamer.
I actually would love a headset like this for that.
I almost was going to call you about a certain game that uses the word Switch in it.
Okay. Certain game.
Well, I couldn't come up with a better thing.
That was a good one.
All right, first off, we need to clarify something. The folks want to know out there,
Yes.
Andrew. 22 pounds of turkey.
Yes.
How long did it take you to cook that thing?
Let's see. I think it was like 5 hours.
5 hours. It wasn't longer?
No.
5 hours.
It was done. 350. Yep. It was good. Well, it's what? 4 pounds an hour. So 5 hours, about 20. Yeah, 5.5, somewhere in there. That's what it took. So.
And did you feed the village?
I fed my entire family, which is 7 of us plus 3 relatives that were there. And it was pretty much gone.
Man.
Because my twins ate a lot of turkey, and only turkey, so they ate a lot of it.
It's so funny. You never know what you're going to be able to get those guys to eat.
And like you said, I sent you a picture of after I carved it, and the one turkey breast was like this big.
It was huge.
And the twins ate that whole thing on their own. So everyone else was able to feed between one breast and 2 turkey legs. We made it work. And a lot of other fixings. How about yourself?
Well, I told you and the folks on our update this morning that I didn't get to have turkey this year. Unannounced to me, showed up to the in-laws.
Jeremy, you sound disappointed about this.
Their only defense was it's in the bird family. I said that's not a defense. That just makes me sad. But I ate it. It was good, and all the fixins was good.
Yep,
but
what was your favorite side dish at your meal this year?
Well, so I'm lucky because Christy's mom takes care of me when. Her and I she makes a really good coleslaw.
Okay.
Like, really good. So I pretty much, anytime I'm there, I load up on that because I don't get it. My wife doesn't like that, so I don't get to make it. I don't know how to, not that it'd be probably complicated, but mother-in-law makes that, it's so good. So that's kind of the thing for me. She really makes good salads. So like basically any of the salads, like that's my go-to when I go there. Nice. I loaded up on the chicken, but I ate my fair share of coleslaw, which is probably not good for me and my health. But I'm not complaining either because boy is it good.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your what do you like on the side dish
my
there?
My favorite side this year was the cheesy potatoes my mother-in-law made.
Oh.
And they're just. We have the recipe as well. It's really good. It has the cornflake top on it, so nice and it's got that crunch. It was really good. There was not a bad side dish or piece of food that we had there, and the pies were really good that my wife made afterwards. I had pumpkin pie and a Dutch apple pie. That was really good.
I am lucky too that Chrissy's mom really likes to bake, so she always has cookies on hand. Yep. I got the pie that was for me only, the pumpkin pie. Which was amazing. Homemade pumpkin pie is amazing.
Nice.
Ate that up.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it was good, but I mean Thanksgiving without turkey is a tough one for me. It's a tough one to swallow.
Yeah, that's pretty much the tradition for us. I know some people do ham, but we don't ever really.
I didn't even get ham.
Yeah.
That was the second when I was talking to somebody else today. They're like, "Well, did you get ham?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Oh my gosh."
I didn't get anything.
Yeah. So.
Well, it was still a good weekend, though. Good holiday for you.
It was a good holiday. It was relaxing. Got up we didn't go and get a tree this year. We decided to go the other route and put up a.
You have artificial trees?
I have an I tried to start a tradition of multiple trees in the house, and I was shot down after year 1 when we had 3 trees in the house. Not all real. 1 was real, 2 were
But
fake.
no real tree. You didn't go cut a tree down?
No.
Man,
It didn't all pan out this year.
I took your tradition and I did that this year.
Yeah.
We went and cut a tree for the first time as a family, and then I broke the tree stand, so it's currently leaning up in the house, and I gotta get a new tree stand.
Do you know how many times I've done that, Andrew? Putting up the stupid tree.
I always get the plastic ones.
Me too.
And when I try to crank it in too hard, and then it breaks. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, I found one that's a clamper. So instead of screwing, it clamp. You step on it and it goes and it clamps together.
Nice.
Best thing ever. And actually, you set it in there and it clamps. What am I saying?
You just kind of set it in and it shuts
because
on
I
it.
had the same problem. Either setting it in there would crack,
I might
or
have
I would
to look
crack
for that
it.
one then.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Check your local hardware store. I bet you'll
will.
find it there. Maybe
right.
you won't. I don't know.
Cool.
I'll tell you off air what it is.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, because I was having the same problem with that. So yeah, we decorated the tree last night. I had my the holiday light spectaculars outside the house. I bought LEDs last year. I'd switched them out, and they're really bright. So like our house is like it lacks the colored lights because these are like silver.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for my neighbors.
Like
but the neighbor next to me competes with me, and she bought the blue version of it. So. Okay. It's funny. You turn on our block and you can see our 2 houses from no matter what side of the block you're on, you can see it.
Well, that's nice too. We did trees out by the road for us, so like soon as I come around either corner of the bend to our house, I can see our house because I see our lit trees.
Well, when I'm coming over tonight for turkey leftovers, I don't care what it is at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make sure I know to turn by the
lights. Lit trees. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you all out there. Hopefully you had a great weekend. You can tell that the Bamlets and the Crosby certainly celebrated in good fashion. We got a week. I mean, we're ending November. We're starting December. And we got a lot to get to. We've been talking the last couple of shows about all of your shopping safety. One more day of the giving, if you will, and that is the Tuesday giving. We want to make sure you donate wisely on Giving Tuesday. We'll talk about that coming up. Plus, we have your update for what's happening here on Fact TV in the month of December. So close out the year. I got some stuff for you. We'll talk about it coming up. But first, let's get you a couple of headlines here. And we start with sports. Sports returns back right here on Fact TV. Yes, we will have the Verona area high school sports returning this winter. And we kick it off with basketball. Girls and boys basketball taking on Sun Prairie this week. It's like all Sun Prairie week. I love it. We'll have both of those games for you right here. You can tune in for the tip-off at 7:15 p.m. Tuesday night is girls, boys is on Thursday night. And we're very excited to be back and appreciate Joel's help, the athletics director at the Verona Area High School, helping us out. And we're happy to bring those games to you here on Fact TV. All right, switching over from the Fitchburg Police Department, a weapons violation to tell you about happening over the weekend on November 27th at approximately 12:42 a.m. Fitchburg officers were dispatched to the 6200 block of McKee Road for reports of a shot fired. Officers on scene located 24 shell casings, a building, and multiple cars that were struck by gunfire. A short time later, a subject arrived at a local hospital with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Investigators this investigation, remains open and ongoing. Anyone with information related to this incident can report that to the Fitchburg Police Department. That information is on your screen. Talk with Santa is coming up. We're excited for this. If you haven't got your kiddo signed up or adult, we'll take anybody that wants to join us in on this fun event. Get yourself signed up. Head out to the website, fitchburgwi.gov, to register. You have to register for this. We have time slots available. We're doing this 3 hours this year, so plenty of time to get the kiddos in, and we're starting 1 hour earlier this year at 5. So hopefully you can join us for that. If not, if you just want to watch, tune in live. Find out what the toy is this year. Although I was watching, what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger one where he's looking for the toy? Boy, you think I would know. Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was watching that last night
Looking for that
thinking,
action figure?
yeah. So maybe people will find this, maybe they won't. I don't know. Just saying. You might want to get those. Anyway, Santa will be taking those online chats there. We're excited for that. Also happening again this year is the annual light tour. Yeah, second annual. We're calling it an annual from here on out. Fitchburg Holiday Light Tour is back this Saturday, on Saturday, December 18th from 6 to 9 p.m. p.m. And, of course, you can get yourself on the map, on the list, for some great prizes. You got to have that in by Friday, December 17th. If you want to participate, or excuse me, by submitting December 15th, Wednesday, December 15th, you have to have that in. You can email administration@fitchburgwi.gov if you want to be included on the map. There were a lot of crazy, great holiday lights up at houses. Like, you folks really do it. It embarrasses me because I feel like I do a really good job. Yeah, right. We've got some Clark Griswold style lighting happening out there, so excited for that. Yeah, I can't compete with that. No way. I don't have enough lights or enough patience, and I don't want to fall off the ladder. That's really the main thing. All right, final story for you. We're sticking with the weather here. Fitchburg Senior Center winter weather policy is out. In the event of inclement weather, the Senior Center will automatically cancel both home delivered and congregate meals when the Oregon School District closes. The cancellations of all other programs will be at the discretion of the class instructor and or the senior center director. If you have any questions about class cancellations during the winter months, please call the main line 608-270-4290. In the event staff are unable to answer the phone, all cancellations will be recorded on a senior center voicemail message. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're going to talk about Giving Tuesday and making sure that you're donating wisely. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joined today from the Better Business Bureau here in the TF studios. Got Tiffany Schultz. Tiffany, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Long time no see.
Yes.
Inside joke here. Today we're going to be talking about how to donate wisely on Giving Tuesday. So we're kind of going through all the motions as you had what you call the Big Four. And Giving Tuesday, so important. And nevertheless, there are more charities than ever. But we want to make sure that you're giving it to the right person and not getting scammed. Of course there's scams around this.
Of course. Giving Tuesday, the worldwide effort that started in 2012, has raised more than $1 billion for charities worldwide. So it's a really great way to give money to your favorite charity. But before you do so, we want you to be careful. Check out the charity before you go ahead and give. Scammers like to create fake charities that are very similar to the real charity with a real similar name, but they want to trick you into giving your money to them instead of the real charity. So before you give, make sure you're on the official website for the charity and that you're paying either by credit card or a check made payable directly to the organization. Don't go ahead and write a check to somebody collecting money on behalf of the charity. Make it payable directly to the organization.
Boy, I think it would be a red flag if they say, okay, you can go ahead and write that check to Jeremy Crosby. I'll donate it to, the charity of your choice.
There are people out there who do collect funds on behalf of a charity. Some have good intentions, some don't have good intentions, and other ones don't have the infrastructure to get it there. So always make sure you're donating to the charity directly, and you can do that on a lot of websites as well.
Yeah, and speaking of websites, I know this from talking to you in the past, but making sure that you are legitimately at the right website certainly has got to be the foundation of starting to donate if you're choosing that platform.
That's the starting point. And your favorite charity may have already emailed you an appeal, and there could be a link right on there to go ahead and make your donation. So that's an easy way to get to the right charity if you're already affiliated with a favorite charity.
Yeah, that's so important to check that out and verify. And too, if you're making a payment on there, what should you look for if you're going to make a payment on that website?
You always want to look to see if your gift is tax deductible. Not every charity is tax deductible, so make sure that it is tax deductible. You want to be rewarded for your gift to the charity, and make sure that it's a secure website. So you want to look for HTTPS in the web address, not HTTP, and always pay with a credit card, not your debit card, because your credit card is the one who's going to give you additional protections if for some reason you do fall victim to a scam website.
Absolutely. All right, turning our attention to on-the-spot donations. We know of the ringing of the bells, certainly, which I see now they take credit cards and that sort of thing. So make sure you do use the credit card when you're out there. But as far as making those decisions, what if you don't recognize the name or it doesn't stand out right to you?
Refrain from giving on-the-spot donations. You may see a charity pop up at a local shopping mall or maybe your favorite retailer collecting donations. We're all very familiar with some of them that do pop up. That there could be unfamiliar ones that pop up too. Always do your homework on the charity before you give. A reputable, legitimate charity is always going to accept your donation tomorrow as much as they will today. So don't feel like you need to give immediately because your gift will go for future expenses down the road.
And I'm suspecting that they're preying on the emotion if it is a scammer.
Absolutely. Scammers love to prey on emotions, and they like to tell you a sob story or how your gift is going to benefit others. Don't fall for it. Do your research before you go ahead and give.
And since you mentioned research, and I've heard of this place called give.org, what's that all about?
Give.org is BBB's charity arm. So to start by checking out a charity, head on over to give.org and research your favorite charity. The charities on there have gone through a complete background check, and they meet our 20 standards of charity accountability. So, you can head on over there. It's a great place to start your research.
Yeah, and as far as the tax status, how do you verify for sure or make sure that it is, if you are doing this for a tax purpose, what do you look for?
If the information isn't on their website, go ahead and pick up the phone and call your favorite charity. Any legitimate charity is going to be happy to provide you with their tax ID number so that your gift can be tax deductible. If they're vague about it or they don't want to give you the information, that could be a red flag that you should direct your gift elsewhere.
All right. Well, if people want to learn more about this or any of the topics we've been talking about, I bet you there's a place they can go to find these.
Head to our website at bbb.org. You'll find a holiday page filled with this information and more.
What about a holiday list so I can find these gifts that I need to get taken care of?
Maybe your kids have one for you.
Well, I have one for them, so they better be listening. Ears up here. All right, Tiffany, thank you so very much. I appreciate it, and we'll check out the website for more information.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the guest segment. And it's us, Fact TV. Yeah, we have your update of what's happening here on Fact TV. The month of December. We always start with the media channel F1, which you can find here on your local cable channels. And of course, you can head online, fitchburgwi.gov, for more information. And I'm focusing on a couple of different things. We're going to start with the talk with Santa first, but we'll get to it. You'll see where the theme's going here. So yeah, that's coming up Friday, December 10th, 5 p.m. via Zoom. No children's party this year, so you got to tune in for this via Zoom. Reserve your spot today. Head out to fitchburgwi.gov. Follow the link on the homepage. Limited space available, so you might want to get yourself registered. I have to pull those numbers. I'll ask Scott today in our meeting where we're at on those numbers, so we can share that information with you. Make sure that y'all get signed up if you'd like to join us. All right, so if we're talking about Santa, then that must mean we're talking about winter, right? First snow. And technically we've already had it, but the first one that actually sticks to the ground, you know, it's going to be terrible. And I'm not trying to bring down the segment, but I do want you to stay safe out there. So first snow of the year can definitely cause a lot of problems. We have all these safety things up on the media channel right now, so hopefully you read them and are ready to go. But yeah, you got to slow down. You don't use cruise control. I cannot imagine using cruise control on a snowy day. Don't do it, and leave plenty of space between your driving there as you're heading out there. Other things you can do, by the way, is here. Get some traction on your travel. Check the weather before you head out. Check the road conditions. Because you can use what? The 511 app. Yeah, that's right. We have it here in Wisconsin and neighboring states, by the way. So if you're traveling like Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, they all have a similar version of 511, or if not called the 511. So you can check that out before heading out, and make sure you winterize that car. That's time of year is now, and pack that emergency supply kit as well. As far as if you're out on the road and there's snowplows out there, this is a good reminder for you. Don't crowd the plow. And especially in Fitchburg, we know this because we've talked to Mark about this several times. You got to leave a lot of distance. Our trucks back up a lot. So they're plowing and then they stop and back up. And it's really hard to see. They've got the big mirrors and stuff, but they can't always see you. So leave plenty of distance. Stay alert. Make sure that you can see their mirrors. Don't get close to these things. In fact, you should stay at least 200 feet back, if not further, when they are in operation. And certainly, please don't pass the plows. Not a good idea, especially on the highways. I always see that. I'm like, don't do it. All right, well, if there's snow, then we got to be talking about cold. And cold, it's there. We got several tips to make sure that you're ready, but if you're dressing the little ones like I'm learning how to do more and more each and every year, it's a pain in the butt. Allow extra time for that. Andrew hasn't really shared that. Must just be that bad for getting him ready in the morning. But if it's chilly out, 1 to 2 layers, certainly a good thing. Cold, it's getting colder, 2 to 3 layers, a good thing. Gloves, hats, mittens, and the extreme, 3 layers. Insulate them so they can barely walk. Yeah, just dress up. Keep warm as you, and just think ahead here. It is that time of year. If you don't have all that stuff out, now's the time. All right, over to the Com channel, and we've got some shows coming up for you this month. First, we'll just start with the regulars, the Talking Fitchburg updates every day, 9:30. You can join Andrew and I for an update. That plays throughout the day, and then at 6 o'clock, you tune in for this show, Talking Fitchburg. In between, we got the Talking Fitchburg Rewind, the latest guest segments and interviews we've done here in the past month. Those replay throughout the day. And we've got our Hispanic news cast continuing, and D1 All-Stars. Got a new episode. I think they just taped a new episode, so they'll be coming out with some stuff here, too. Switching over, we got Verona area high school sports. Talked about that earlier in the show today. But starting this week, and that's the first week here in December through the winter holidays, we'll be providing at least 10 games so far. That's what we got on the schedule. So doing a little bit of everything. Fitchburg Seniors program, if you missed it last month, we'll have that for you. Veterans Day program is replaying. We've got the Fitchburg Senior Center, Aging Brain Part 1 and 2. Pretty cool event there. Tune in for that show. The pinning ceremony happened in last month, the month of November, we'll be replaying. And, of course, Talk with Santa. And even to look back at last year's Talk with Santa, might even pull out some of those old children's holiday parties as we get close to wrapping up for the end of this year. All right, finally jumping over to the Gov channel and finishing out the year with our government meetings. We got a lot of them. Remember that you can find these meetings on YouTube if you haven't already. We've got them there for you. Started doing this now 2 years ago already. And if you're looking for a meeting a little bit further back, this is where we're hoping you'll find it in the future. We'll still continue to update our normal areas, but also providing it here as a long-term resource for finding your meetings. As far as the meetings, if you don't know it, we cover them all. We're here for you, and you can find those online. You just go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. When you're looking for the agendas, just look for there, and there'll be a link to watching these. And if you haven't figured it out already, you watch it here on the Gov channel, F3. That's where we have all our government meetings. If you're watching through our on-demand and video player here, I pointed out to you, we should probably update this. It's been a while since we've updated this one. But it shows the schedule of our shows, the VODs, which are the video on-demand files. And you just hit that watch button. That's how you watch our live stream, which we're doing and have going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of the Gov channel and community channel. So we're there for you, Andrew. You, specifically you, nobody else. All right, that does it for our update. We'll take a quick break, wrap up the show next. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it here. So what are you waiting for? Just go to the site.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show, I want to thank Tiffany Schultz from Better Business Bureau helping us out with all of the great shopping safety tips starting last week through this week. If you're donating some money tomorrow, again, make sure you check out bbb.org. They've got the charitable breakdown for you for donating. And, of course, tune into Fact TV the month of December. It's easy, and Andrew's showing you how easy it is. We're everywhere. That's right, including on your streaming devices.